A woman brings her young daughter to the hospital for a checkup, and after a quick examination, the female doctor immediately senses something is wrong and quickly calls in another doctor for further testing. The final result is shocking. This 10-month-old baby may have suffered a fractured skull. The doctor doesn't explain everything right away. Instead, she cautiously asks whether the bruises and swelling on the child's head came from hitting something hard. The child's mother, Jessie, happens to be a close friend the doctor has known for 10 years. Jessie explains what happened. Around 5 in the evening, her daughter was crawling around the living room while she stepped into the kitchen to grab food for her younger son. Then all of a sudden, she heard a loud thud from the other room. When she rushed back, she found her daughter sitting on the floor crying hysterically. She assumed the baby had simply fallen while trying to stand up, so she treated it like a normal accident and didn't think too much of it. But later that night, when the family was getting ready for bed, her husband picked up their still crying daughter and immediately realized something felt seriously wrong. He quickly woke Jessie up and urged her to take the baby to the hospital right away. That's when Jessie drove to the hospital in the middle of the night. The doctors immediately order a CT scan for the child. If the fracture is confirmed, that would mean the baby was most likely hit by some kind of external force. While waiting for the results, the doctor can't shake a bad feeling. She remembers 10 years earlier, the first time the two of them met. Back then, they attended a pregnancy support class together, and because she was struggling to move around while pregnant, Jessie had been the one to help her. From that moment on, the two slowly became close friends. Over the years, whenever the doctor felt overwhelmed by her own screaming kids, Jessie was always the first person to step in and help. Whether it was babysitting or dealing with parenting problems, Jessie had always handled everything well. To everyone around her, she had always seemed like a caring and responsible mother. But after the CT results come back, the doctor falls silent. The scan confirms that the child really does have a skull fracture. She gently wakes Jessie, who has been sitting beside the hospital bed, and quietly tells her the results. Jessie freezes instantly before completely breaking down emotionally. The doctor refuses to believe her friend could ever hurt her own child. She keeps pressing Jessie for every detail about that day.
Is there anything at all that you need to say to me? I won't judge. Please, you can tell me anything. If you can think of something that might help, this is your last chance. Jess, could anyone have hurt Betsy?
No.
But even though Jessie repeatedly denies anything happened, as a medical professional, the doctor is still required by protocol to report the case to Child Protective Services. Only after a full investigation can they determine what really caused the baby's injuries. Not long after, the social worker assigned to the case arrives at the hospital. They begin carefully reviewing every detail of the timeline, and throughout the questioning, Jessie's story never changes. Meanwhile, Jessie's husband is still back at the house, decorating with relatives for their younger son's birthday party. Jessie had spent weeks preparing for the celebration. The cake, snacks, and party games had all been arranged ahead of time. Before long, the kids begin arriving one after another, and the birthday party officially starts. Back at the hospital, after another round of questioning, the social worker decides to involve the police in the investigation. From that point on, every time Jessie interacts with her daughter, someone must be there to supervise, because at the time of the incident, she was the only adult in the room, which naturally makes her the primary suspect.
What? I'm her mother. I don't need to be supervised to be with my own child.
This is how it has to be for the foreseeable. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
What? No, she's sick. What if she wakes up and I'm not here? She'd be terrified.
We'll take great care of her.
The moment Jessie returns home, the social worker arrives with police officers to investigate further. The once cheerful birthday party is forced to end halfway through. The police begin questioning the husband separately. Meanwhile, Jessie clutches her daughter's stuffed toy and breaks down crying alone in the corner. After a child gets hurt, the person carrying the deepest guilt and pain is often the mother herself. Her husband looks panicked, desperate to rush to the hospital to see his daughter, but the investigators stop him. Until the investigation is complete, he has to cooperate fully with questioning. As for how his daughter was injured, he claims he knows absolutely nothing. After getting off work around 6 that evening, he had gone to a bar to relax for a while. It wasn't until he got home around 10 at night that he realized his daughter wouldn't stop crying and had even started vomiting. That's when he hurriedly woke his wife and told her to take the baby to the hospital immediately.
And is that normal, usual for Jess to ignore Betsy?
No, not at all. Jess is the one who always notices these things. She's the one that gets up in the night to come for the kids. Others are fiercely protective of their children.
Well, until they're not. Why didn't you drag Betsy to the hospital?
Because we have 2 boys and I was over the limit.
During the investigation, the husband finally loses control emotionally. He keeps demanding answers from Jessie, asking how their daughter could possibly have gotten hurt. Jessie quietly explains that she had only gone back into the bedroom to grab a few familiar items for the baby. After that, the investigators begin questioning the couple's 2 sons as well. The older boy had been outside playing soccer all afternoon and says he knows nothing about the incident. But the younger son stays curled up in his father's arms and refuses to say a single word. His face is filled with fear and anxiety, and the social worker silently takes note of his unusual reaction.